Hi guys, it's Angie and welcome to my Flosstube channel. I am excited. If you are returning, I'm so happy to have you here. And I've noticed I've had a slight uptick in subscribers, so there's a few new people. In fact, I think even today somebody subscribed. So welcome back, and hopefully you enjoy what you see and keep coming back. I sure enjoy filming and talking to you guys about my cross-stitching projects. So I think, let's see, just some updates. I'm trying to think really quick. All right, I ordered some new needle minders that I found that were just kind of nerdy and fun for me, and they haven't gotten here yet. I ordered some in hopes to kind of match some of my patterns that I've been working on. Either that or they just made me smile, but they haven't gotten here yet. I ordered them a few weeks ago, and they're a little slower to ship than some of the other people that I've ordered from, so, which is a bummer for me, but they did ship today, so hopefully by my next video I'll be able to show those off. I also finally I went through some of the advice that I'd gotten about Northern Nights. Do I start over? Do I buy a new kit? Do I match floss? And I needed to get some floss from 123 Stitch, but I only needed 2 skeins because I forgot them when I went shopping this weekend, which is weird because they were written down on my list, but somehow I skipped them. Anyway, so I went ahead and ordered another Northern Nights kit. So I will get another pattern, I will get the fabric for it, and I will get all new threads. And it might seem kind of weird to do that, but at least I know the threads will for the most part match and I won't run out. And then I have this extra piece of really pretty blue fabric that I can choose to do something else on. And as far as the copy of the pattern, mine is kind of getting worn anyway, so now I have a backup in case. I like it. It's not in Pattern Keeper because it's a physical paper pattern, and so I can actually take the one I have now and mark it off and still have this other one if I want. But it shipped today as well, so hopefully it will get here soon, and then I will feel the urge to pull Northern Nights out and get some more work on it. Speaking of well, no, I'll get to that in a minute. The other thing is, so I've shown this before. These are my floss bag, or my project bags. This is what I use to store all my stuff. If I don't have something on a Q-snap, I fold it up and I put it in here, and I keep my floss cards in here. I've seen a few people on some of the, like in Magical Stitches and stuff, asking how people organize their floss for the big projects. I've shown this on here before, but I've got some new people, so I thought I'd just quickly share again. This is how I do it. I tried like floss tabs all on a big ring, and it drove me nuts. I tried bobbins, that drove me nuts. I like this. I buy these plastic cards off Amazon. They come in a pack of 12. There's many different people that sell them. They come in solid color, different colors. I get multiple color packs. I also prefer the ones that have this shape instead of, there's another kind, and I have some, but they have a teardrop shape, and I don't like the teardrop as much. I feel like this is better. I also like that the length that I want is on here. So when I pull it off, it's exactly the length that I want. I don't have to guess when I'm unwinding it from the bobbin. And I'm sure there's ways to get around that, but this is just what works for me. I like the different colors because as I work on the project, it becomes second nature when I see something. So like if my pattern says you need to do this, it's $7.97 or whatever, I immediately know all my 700s are on the pink card. So I can just grab the pink card, find the 700 that I need, and there you go. If it's a low number in the like 100 or 32 is the number I use a lot, that's on my blue card. So I pull my blue card and I know that 32 is right here. And so I just pull what I need. And so I love it. And then I just wrap my threads around them and put them away. And it looks chaotic and it looks kind of sloppy, but this is what works for me, and I don't have a problem with it. This is how I've always done it, always. Unless the project only has a handful, like 5 or less colors, it always goes on one of these. And I have so many of these plastic cards. And then when I'm done with them, I just take a very small amount of acetone nail polish remover, and I really quickly swipe the stuff off. And I'm sure there's another way I could get the ink off. This stuff doesn't stay on the plastic very well. The acetone just takes it off really quick, but acetone can also eat through plastic, so that's what I use. But anyway, and then I put them in here, and I get these off Amazon too, and these are my project bags. I like them. They are a little bit, they're a little bit flimsy and they bend and everything, but if I have to replace them, I'm not out a lot of money. So these are the only project bags that I have. However, I was on Virtual Stitchers last week. It might have even been 2 weeks ago, and I was just chatting with some friends, and Stitch and Button, Vicki Gable, she was on there and she was working on her project bags that she sells and makes, or she makes and sells. And she held one up, and it just happened to be right up my alley. And I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, I've always wanted to get a project bag. I just have not wanted to spend the money yet, and I just haven't done it. And so I asked her if anybody had claimed it, and I was pretty sure she said no, but there were a lot of people talking. And so I had said, well, if nobody's claimed it, I'd like to buy it. And I swear she said, yeah, sure. And so then, you know, knowing that I've purchased from her before, I was kind of waiting for her to send me the invoice, and then it never came and it never came. And so then I thought, well, maybe I need to reach out to her and be like, hey, you remember I ordered this bag? Because maybe she was waiting for that. Or then I thought, well, maybe it was promised to somebody else and she just was like, oh, I have the fabric, I'll just make her a new one, and she just didn't want to send me an invoice until it was ready to be shipped or something. So then last week I went to the mail, and guess what was in the mail? My project bag. Turns out that another of the fine ladies from Virtual Stitchers had seen that I was kind of excited about getting my very first project bag, and she sneakily messaged Vicki that she wanted to buy the bag for me. And so she did. And so it was a little surprise from 2 very lovely ladies that I have never actually met in person, but have had some lovely conversations with, and I love it. And this is gonna be what I put Pavan in. So I just didn't put anything in it yet because I had to show it off. So I am now the proud owner of 1 fabric project bag. In case you are interested, here is her card. I don't know if this will, Stitch and Button. She has an Etsy shop, but she also does Facebook. I believe that she prefers to sell her things through Facebook. So if you are interested in looking at what she has, I'd try Facebook first. She updates there before Etsy. She does project bags. She does needle minders. She does charms. This one's fun on this little charm. It's this cute little skeleton and then a little tombstone on the bottom. But she also does scissor fobs, and I think today even she posted a tape measure thing, and she sometimes has scissors. She has quite a few stitchy related items, and she has beautiful bags. She has this size, and then she also has smaller, like I would imagine it's smaller bags where you can put things like, you know, extra needles and scissors and incidentals and stuff to help that you might need. I have one. This is my little bag. It's a makeup bag my mom sent me, and in it I keep my spare needles, I keep pens, I have a couple extra scissors in here, my Sharpie, my gridding marker, chapstick, because I always need chapstick, and I just keep it in here, and that way whenever I go anywhere, this comes with me. It's got everything I need to do my projects. All right, so that's what I have for acquisitions. This weekend is the first 24 hours of cross stitch marathon of the year. I'm very excited. I'm trying to decide what I'm gonna do. I thought originally that maybe I'd work on one of my full coverage pieces for the full 24 hours, but then I realized I'm working on those so much during the week, I need to do something else. And then I thought, well, maybe I'd pull out Giant Harry Potter, and maybe I will. But then I also thought maybe I should pull out Stargazer and see how much work I could get done on her. And that sounded like a good idea, except that's what I want to do for Stitch Manias. I want to do Mira Mania, and I want to do all my Mirabellas and just work on those for the month of May and start some of the new ones. I don't know. I may do some of or maybe I'll just work on Pavan. So I'm trying to decide what exactly I'm going to work on this weekend, and I'm trying to decide if I'm going to watch a show, and if I am, what am I going to watch? There's not a whole lot that's new to me. I'm not a big fan of graphic TV, so like Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, those shows are of no interest to me. I did start a new series called Killing Eve that I looked at the reviews for, and they were all fairly tame compared to most TV shows out there, and I watched the first season and it wasn't bad. So I bought the second one and I haven't watched it yet. And then I also have a season of The Last Ship, and I was gonna watch that during the first ever 24 hours of cross stitch that I was doing, but then I didn't end up watching that. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna do that or read a book, or listen to a book, I mean. Anyway, I don't know. I'm sure I will tell you all about it next week when I'm finished with the marathon. But enough about that. Let's go ahead and go right on into stitching, because I worked on 5 projects this week. I did not put as many stitches this week as I did last week, but I made some decent progress on everything. So first, Pavan. I didn't take it out of the Q-snap this time because, yeah, just didn't. So the border was already finished the last time you saw this. I added some of this flower. It's not quite matching up. Somewhere down in the bottom I got off. So the quote is too close to this main flower pot. That's okay, it's not the end of the world. When I got up here, I found out this one is, because I'm doing 2 over 2 threads over 2 cross stitch. So this one is half off. So somewhere along the line in here, I got off. Finding where I got off, I have no idea. So I've got to do some fancy stitching up here to try to, what I'm gonna end up doing is I'm gonna do all of these on this side, fill all this in, and then the 2 that are on the other side of this middle one. And then I'm gonna see what I can do to like blend this up. So if I have to do 2 over 3 for a couple, I might do that just to make it work. But this right here, this line is the top border for the top of the piece. So I'm gonna try to get the whole top border done and get down the side, and then just keep working. So maybe I will work on this somewhat. Maybe I'll do this for like half of 24 hours. And maybe I'll work on Mira for the other half. I don't know. None of my other projects have been working for prompts. So I haven't been working on anything but what you've already seen, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. All right, so I have a new start for the week. I wanted to put some stitches in for Nerdapalooza in semi-seine stitches, and so I started my 11sies. I do not believe it's called 11sies, but that's what I call it because that's what it is. I mean, it's breakfast, second breakfast, 11sies, lunch, afternoon tea, supper. I think there's another one in there, snack, midday, I don't know. So I decided to at least get one of the words done. I might work on another word this week, so we'll see. I don't remember, I have to double check the rules, but I don't think Nerdapalooza counts the stitches. I think they just want to see that you're working on your nerdy stuff. So I also was thinking maybe I ought to start Sherlock, because you know, Sherlock's nerdy. I also picked up, so from my Avatar alphabet, they had another one with the Mythbusters. I like the Mythbusters. I've watched every single one of their shows, the old ones, not the new ones. The Jamie and Adam Mythbusters, and so there was one where it's just got Jamie and Adam, and they're each holding a stick of dynamite, and it's just super small. It'll take me, you know, like 5 hours to stitch. So I bought that. So I'm gonna add that to my Nerdapalooza. So maybe I'll work on that too, and you'll see it soon. But anyway, one more, and we're done with that one. Oh yes, I got to do the letter B in my Avatar alphabet. So, okay. So I had mentioned last week that I was going to do some work on the letters and maybe put a square around the letter that in the word. So A, Avatar Aang, okay? B, Toph Beifong. Just in case anybody's like, why is Toph in the B spot? Well, that's why. I did it. I think I need to space the letters out more and maybe make the square a little bit more heavy and the first letter a little more heavy or bigger or something. I need to play around with it. So I thought I'd pull out my gridded paper and just kind of play on it. Or I printed out this pattern, but it also fit in Pattern Keeper. So I might just write on the pattern and see what I can do. Originally, Bato was in this spot, but Bato didn't resonate with me as a character. It wasn't one that I particularly cared about enough to even know who it was. I had to look up who Bato was. And I wanted Ty Lee because they had May in here, but then they didn't have Azula and they didn't have Ty Lee. And those three are kind of you know, they're a group of three. And I mean, Azula's a main character and I kind of love her. So I moved Toph to the B spot to replace Bato, and I'm going to put Ty Lee in the T instead of Toph. So that's where I'm at with this, and then I will get to pick this up again in February for the letter C. I can't remember who the letter C is. I'm sure it's somebody important, but for the life of me, I just can't remember off the top of my head. If I saw the picture, I'm sure I'd be like, oh yeah, duh. Maybe one of you at home is screaming, it's such and such. Oh yeah. Here's Magic Study. Although if I use it for homework, I can't use it for full coverage, so I may not. I might just stop where I'm at or try something else. I'm supposed to work on either my oldest whip and put 1,000 stitches in it, which is Northern Nights, and I don't really want to work on that. Or my second oldest and third oldest, which would be Middle Earth, and I don't know what my third oldest is. I don't know. So I haven't really done much for the homework. That's okay. But I put about 300 stitches in it today, but over the course of the past week, I want to say close to 1,500 or 1,600, not including today. So I'm missing a few colors, so you can see a white spot here, some white spots in here. Those are the two colors. I went to the store, I had everything written down on my list. I came home and found I was still missing 2 colors. Don't ask me why. But I think I am at like 1.7% done with this pattern now. It's a very purple. And then I put a lot into Middle Earth. I did not want to move my Q-snaps, so I didn't finish the stair steps down. I still need to put like another step here and then another step, another 2 steps here. So, but I didn't want to move the Q-snaps. So I came up here and I added some over here, and now I'm stair stepping down again. So here, here. I'll just do that all the way down here, and then I'll move the Q-snap and then work down here. And I think that is the plan for that. I haven't touched it since middle of last week, but I did put so much work into it. I don't know if I'm gonna do much stitching tomorrow. I think that's it. Yes, that's it. As far as stitchy stuff goes, that is all I have done. I don't know if I'll stitch a lot tomorrow. My kids have the day off. Is that a thing, having inauguration day off of school and work? Or is that just maybe because we live so close to DC that it's kind of a thing just here? I don't know, because I don't remember ever being like, ooh, it's inauguration day, we get the day off of school. In my lifetime growing up, I don't remember my kids having the day off of school when we lived in Alaska when the last president was sworn in. So I don't really remember. And I feel silly not knowing. Is that a thing? Or is it just because of the proximity to Washington, D.C. that it's a thing here? But all of my family has the day off of school tomorrow, so we don't have any plans. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything because, I mean, I don't want to go to DC right now. That doesn't sound fun at all. But, I don't know. We might pull out a board game or two, or maybe watch some movies. My daughter and I, we watched Infinity War the other day, so maybe we'll watch Endgame. Just trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so. I finally got my Christmas stuff cleaned up, although the tree is still back there. It's in the box. My husband was going to take it downstairs, and I just haven't reminded him to, so it's in the box. I left my other tree up. This is my nightmare tree, but now it's my Valentine's tree. I don't really... This is a nice house. I very much love this house, and I've mentioned before that it's just short on storage. I don't have a big storage closet like I did in my last house, and so I really don't have anywhere to put the tree because it doesn't have a box. I bought it off Walmart. It came in a bag. It doesn't have a box to go in, and I'm sure I could find a box I'm sure I could figure something out. But then I thought, you know, it's a white tree. Why can't it just be a holiday tree? So right now it's gonna be Valentine's. I'm looking at some little miniature, like tiny Valentine's cross stitches that I can do to put on it. And then next month it'll be St. Patrick's tree, and then it will be Easter tree, and then 4th of July tree. I mean, you see where I'm going with this, right? I can't even remember all the holidays. Up until October, when I need my Halloween tree, and then I'll just swap it and I'll put this in the box that my little black tree comes in. Swap them out. I don't know. Or maybe I'll just move this to another room and it will still be a Halloween tree just in another room. I'm not gonna go tree crazy, but it works and it makes me feel Valentine's-y. I don't have much in Valentine's decor. I have like 3 things. And I went to Hobby Lobby to buy more, and they didn't have hardly anything, at least nothing that was like, come on. Christmas and Halloween have tons of decor ideas and items, and not Halloween. At least the Hobby Lobby here doesn't do Halloween, but they didn't have much for Valentine's Day. I need to go to Target. Maybe I'll go to Target tomorrow. Just get everybody out of the house for a minute, because I'm the only one who leaves the house to go shopping at the grocery store. Okay, enough of that. Anyway, this is meant to be a short video, and it's already 27 minutes, and it wasn't even supposed to be that long, because I'm a gabber. Sorry, I'm a gabber. Fatal flaw. All right, well, that is it. I've shown you my stitching, I've shown you my haul, talked some plans, so I'm going to wish everybody a good night. I hope whatever you're doing tomorrow, you have a great day, and hopefully some of the madness will calm down after tomorrow. We shall see. And regardless of anything else that's going on, I hope everybody has a wonderful week and happy stitching, and I will see you again soon.